So welcome back to Jam's Lego Studio for part B of episode 5. And last time we left off with these panels and that I got stuck on them because I had builder's block. But now, as you can see, to start off on these wings, I have finished filling in the shapes for the panels after I found the methods I wanted to build them with. And now we just have to duplicate that over to the other side of the ship. And once we do that, we'll then fill in all the details. So let's get to it. So as you can see now, we have a lot more progress. And these panels are looking very good. So we just pan around the panel work I've done. You see a lot of greebling detail, but compared with the ship, once this panel is folded in, it still maintains a very smooth aesthetic going across these greeblings, but yet giving some very nice depth in here. Now one of the next steps is you see these trans dark blue lines going across. They're going pretty deep in there. All those are going to be lighting up. So I have to wire up LEDs for those, which will be next. As well as I got the other side panel on the right side of the ship. And we have the full thing over here as well. Now of course we still do have these gaps, but I'm still working on figuring out the turbo laser design for the sides of the ship. So once I have that, then I can start to fill these panels in and fill in the LEDs behind them, which those will be programmed so that it looks like they're actually blasting at enemy spaceships. So I want to show you now how these panels go together. So you can see I have a lot of panels that hinge and some stationary panels that are just a lot thicker for the detail of the trans dark blue tile. So I have the last one here. So you can see I'm using a various amount of snot techniques and depth in here, and especially due to the 1x2 by 1 2/3 brick with the 4 studs on the side, I was able to get this panel very structurally sound. And with the way that these depth cuts are, they actually support the thinner panels. As you can see, if you can see it behind, but this is resting up against the trans dark blue tile in the back. So as that's how those work. See if I can get the last one in one-handed. So that way these panels all interlock, and yet you have all these interesting details. So again, the lighting is going to be the next step, and then the turbo lasers. So now we're going to do a short cinematic of the progress we have so far. As you can see, we're going to start with the side panels that I just recently finished. So you can see these panels maintained a nice and smooth look that the ship is going for, but yet it includes a lot of depth and lots of greebling details throughout these panels. And also you can see that a lot of details are offset by like half a stud or indented by a stud. Now, which is very difficult to do within a triangular shape. Now we're panning over the middle area of the panels, which have a lot of interesting detail. And again, now we're going to the other side of the panel. You can again see similar kind of feel as to the other side. So now we're panning out, we're going to the back side. And now we're looking at the engines. One of my favorite parts so far, minus the detail in the panels, when the engines are not lit up. And again, we have the same panels, just duplicated on the other side. But I really like how they came together overall. And now we're going to show off a bit more of the side angle, more going from the panels to the neck area. So you can see the blending between those works very well. So now we have the interior hallway here. So you can see some robot guardians in there that are going to be some of the alien soldiers. I really like this perspective shot that we had just a moment ago. So it really gives a nice look to the greebling that I have on the floor and all the different patterns. As you can see, we're just passing over the little ramp, and now we're getting a closer look at where some of the LEDs were. And now we have a pan of the top of the interior, which gives a lot of space for playability with all sorts of minifigures, as well as maybe some smaller vehicles or little airships in the inside, if I really wanted to. And I really have to appreciate all of the detail he put in there for the flooring and the wall panels. And now you can see we're taking a look at the back, going from the engines into the main open area of the ship. And again, as we pan out, we're looking at a very nice progress of the ship. And here I'm showing you how I've wired those up on the side panels, just using some hinges, some brackets, and some clips to hold the LED in place and angle them where I want. So this is with all of the LEDs in. They're not in their final positions on the side panels here. I just threw these in for now, just so that you can see an example of what these panels could look like. Some of them are glowing the way they are going to be, while some of them are not. But again, this is just a general idea. Like on here, I had to figure out how to angle the lights down on there, into that part of the panel. And then there's going to be some more in the middle of it, where it's all black. Otherwise, here's the inside, all lit up. So you can see the neon green there and the minifigure lifting up. Then you have this side view going into that room again from the engine area. Of course, you have the engines in the back. The one of them is off because I keep knocking it over and rebuilding it. Otherwise, here's more of the interior with the three robots in the middle there. So, this is going to be it for this episode, part 2 of episode 5. And you expect another episode of this coming on next Wednesday. So, thank you for watching, and subscribe if you enjoyed. And also, camera never does this kind of lighting justice, so it's always much better in person. And I have a new spaceship build coming out soon.